With choppy, I can really use some retracement tools right there. Yeah, it's way too choppy, holy shit. Can't lie, it's kind of a tough one. I don't really have a good setup on it right now. And I can't really tell what the dollar is going to do if it keeps. I mean, I think it's going to keep go up and take out this high. Yeah, pretty much. Today or next week. I don't know if it's going really to retrace to, yeah, into the zone. Maybe into this zone, but today's non-farm payroll, bro. This week was so much news. It was so annoying. No, the question is this the entry? Because if yes, then I kind of missed it. I'd say let's watch price action till London Open. On gold, I really don't get like a good setup. Damn, yeah. Bro, this price action is hard to read. I mean, look at that. Oh, bro. Give me a break, like, please, man. That's wild price action, not gonna lie. Holy shit, man. such an ugly price action. This is really, I think it's the first time I ever see like price action that ugly. Like, this is very disgusting to read.
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told tripping off the beat, kinda dripping off the meat grinder. Heat niner, pimping, stripping, soft, sweet minor. China was a neat sign of trouble with the script digits. Double dip, bubble lip, subtlest midget. Borderline schizo, sort of fine tits though. Porter wine, order grind, quarter to 9, let's go. Ever since 10-11, glad she made a brethren. Then his last down, 7 alligator, 7 at the gates of heaven knocking, no answer. Kids. Hey, Kool-Aid and frozen pizza. It's the work of art, I ain't talking Mona Lisa. Dream of rocking crowds, see me filling up arenas. It's weed got me laughing like a damn hyena. Yeah, I live a life pretty similar to yours. Used to go to school, hang with friends and play sports. Every single summer taking trips to the shore. And that was all gravy, but I knew I wanted more. Ain't never seen a young rapper like one. Can't believe they eyes, swear it's just a mirage. Still got my training wheels in the garage, but I ain't gonna need those, I'ma go hard. So far, I've done pretty well for myself. Couple trophies on the shelf, so what else could I want that I don't have yet? Well, a little more cash in my own fast jet, so I can go anywhere. Cali for the kush.
It's with something to work with. In case if this imbalance is going to be created. Yeah, like if it's not going to go any further higher. Brother, this price action stinks. Oh my god, this is so fuck. This is so ugly. Eh, so now we have to wait maybe to get perhaps a setup during the London session. Because right now I can't read shit because yeah, choppy. Come on, give me this imbalance. But it's also a rough one, not really one which I can like, validate that much. The imbalance got created. Now this Now the only thing I want to see that the wig is not going to go above this and getting to this imbalance for a valid order block slash supply zone. Bruv, this price action.
Why don't you just chill? Just chill out a little bit. Why don't you just chill out? Why don't you just chill out and listen?
You got things on your mind that worry you? Keep you awake?
No, I just don't sleep much.
You don't sleep?
I don't sleep. I don't sleep much. I don't sleep.
Boom bap rhythm for rap is baptism, and it might save souls if masses had listen. Phonics on the track, the brass is in the pocket when the jazz and the hip hop mash. You can't knock it, you can't stop it if you try to. If it died, don't sleep.
Problem is because with like such a wild distribution for like days in a row, like this was like wild that now a hell of a consolidation is going on because it was like distributing way too hard and now it kind of needs to gain some volume, some liquidity because right now after this hella distribution it has to consolidate to accumulate. It was like distributing way. Yo, I didn't see your message actually. Yo, Hassani, what up? I was too locked in to read any chats.
They call me the agent of change. Since I came in the game, I really came from slinging them bangs. Made about $1.50 an hour, spending on Jordans. The rest of my bread was for being up and recording. Hotel rooms, copping fifths on the weekend. My classmates in baby pools, I'm swimming in deep ends. When sharks seen the gunfire spark from the barrel, like the cherry on the blunt to get designer apparel where they ante up. Yap that fool, killer Mike type, better run them jewels, spitting bars and luxury.
Oh,
Boys put money on my
bro, now we have to watch this bullshit for hours until we maybe get a setup. No complaining, no complaining. Because bitches to complain and this is going to feed your ego the wrong way. But honestly, we have to watch now price action for hours to get it set up because even when I draw these things, because deep down now this shit is not really validating. I want to see a setup in order to seek wins, but I just don't see something usable, you know. So for now, I'm just not going to draw shit anymore. Like remove this. Oh, maybe I can keep that. Remove that shit and just watch it. Because this is something I did yesterday, like being way too focused or seeking too much of the wins and trying to draw some things which kind of make sense, but overall it was just like completely stupid, which ended me in a loss. And then fortunately at the end of the day I reflected on that and could like understand, okay, this is what this is like how no setup day looks like. The only pair I actually have during the New York session like a setup was USDCHF. Yeah, it was the New York session. So it means we have to sit on our hands patiently and watch price action. Now as an example, now I usually don't trade futures, but for the S&P 500 it would make sense to retrace right there and then go down because we are clearly on a downtrend. Change of character right there. Break of structure. And pretty much trying to take out this low, perhaps. But yeah, hard to say because Fridays are like typically pretty slow.
The whole city is mine, pretty as dawn. I don't like the way P. Diddy did shine with different lawyers. Why it's mentioned in my rhymes, fuck it. It's just the intro, hate it or love it. Like it, bump it or dump it. Writing across the stomach, spell godson. Life is like a jungle black, it's like the habitat of Tarzan. Matter of fact, it's harder than most can imagine. Most of my niggas packed in correctional facilities. Half of them passed on, max strong. Couple of shots, made a ghost leave a body. Now they haunting the block where they used to stand at. Somebody's taking a place, a younger man perhaps hand slaps. Can't understand that, same walk, same talk. I wonder, can that be possible? A thug dies, another step inside his shoes, and they will hurt you. Laying low with a bottle, I'm blowing circles. My state of mind purple.
That's what I don't see as. Oh, oops. No setups in gold. No setups on USDCHF, no setups on Euro USD. no setups on gold on Bitcoin, but I already have a swing trade, so it's chill. I'm pretty sure that USDCHF is going to go higher, but the problem is I don't have like a good entry. That's my problem right there. I don't have a good entry on USDCHF because there's like no setup. Anyways, London session haven't even opened, so
Shot like the camera ready, like my shooters working for Leroy. Niggas got Grammy energy. I got social war, sober thoughts, trying to get this liquor. I've been sipping on, living on my last breath. Chopper still sick.
Yeah.
Can you come to Henry's after you're done?
I'm calling. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. All mine. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. All mine. Ladies, and I can't. Maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, no one. Yeah, but me. Yeah, baby. Come on. To my thick chicks down in Texas, all the way to New Orleans where the girls cook catfish. And in LA, every chick's an actress. Hollywood status with the shaded glasses.
Envisioning the hereafter. Listening to Steve.
Yo, what's up? This is Tajay of the Mighty Souls of Mischief crew. I'm chilling with my man Festo, my man A+.
Alright, check it out.
What he rapping and say?
Strange, that's just a game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. We was getting lifted, now we getting paid. Shame on you. I paid the cost to see apostrophes. That means it's mine. Keep to myself, taking my time. Always into some bullshitting out of line. Driving with my eyes closed, missing all the signs. Turn the ignition, I'm driven and sitting pretty. Listening to Whitney and whipping it through the city, yeah. Man on a mission, figure it out. Putting way too much on my shoulders, please hold me down. I keep my head above the water. My eyes getting bigger, so the world is getting smaller. I be getting richer, but that only made me crazy. Mama told me I was different even when I was a baby. That Mercedes through the PA when I pull up. Sounding like a concert or a monster truck. I'm tripping, but I'm falling up. Always said I want it all, but it's not enough. Okay, yeah. I'm always saying I won't change, but I ain't the same. Everything's different, I can't complain. Don't know what you missing. Shame on you, yeah. Shame on you. Everything's strange, that's just a game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. We was getting lifted, now we getting paid. Shame on you.
Well, bro, so don't say that. Fuck that. I'm gonna get a whooping anyway. It don't make no goddamn difference. Fuck that. I'm not on the fine shit. Well, your mother, take the garbage out. What the fuck? Yeah, don't lose the beat, motherfucker. Take the garbage out.
I just put the flows up the dollar. Where we at with it, Ali?
Oops. I actually forgot to say it right now, like 10 minutes ago. I observed a potential setup now on goal, but to be honest, if I would have seen this earlier, I still wouldn't have taken this one, to be honest, because it's still kind of a bit too uncertain, especially with right now with prices a bit choppy. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the certain supply zone I already said yesterday, which got, let's say, not respected, or more like, it turned kind of to a breaker block, but not really, because overall it wasn't that respected. I'm talking about this one. And the thing is, now it's on the 30 minutes. The range is pretty wide, right? So where would I personally would have put my limit order? Now 50 minutes. Still too uncertain. Like no, either on this candle closure or open, but it's a bit too far away. 5 minutes. All looks better. I personally would have put the sell limit order right there. And let's see. Oh! Oh, this is beautiful. This is clean. Holy shit. Now still I wouldn't have taken this trade, because again, for me it was a bit too uneven. But in case if I would have taken the trade, then my TP would be there for sure, and my stop loss right there. Man, to be honest, this is kind of very beautiful at some point. I have to be dead honest, but again, I personally wouldn't have taken this trade, because it's a bit, for me personally, kind of too uncertain overall. Because yeah, I mean, yesterday this got invalidated, and also the price action is a bit too choppy for my taste. But still, overall, like, man, this is not a bad guess. So at least I'm like very surprised, what a good eye I have for it, overall. But anyways, I now when I see what time this was going on, I couldn't have taken it anyways, because I woke up 7 a.m., like 6:50, and I just started this week to wake up way earlier. Not only that, but also not going immediately on the charts of my computer, like just maybe watching some series or doing whatever, just hanging out, like doing anything besides going on my PC or my phone for like at least 40 minutes to 1 hour at like bare minimum, to kind of be able to slowly start my brain to get ready and stuff like that. And yeah, now this means I went to my computer at 8 a.m. 8:05. I passed minutes 5 minutes past 8 a.m. And then the first thing I did was reading some news, like a little bit, a tiny bit of economic research, like just reading the news, on Bloomberg, CNBC, Yahoo Finance. By the way, Yahoo Finance is actually better than expected. Fastball and stuff like that. And then after, I collected some data from the past 48 or 24 hours, then I start to go to the charts because this approach is way better, gives me a way better feeling, and also like let's say some kind of backbone to kind of understand okay what's going on. Because now, as an example, I know Canada has like crazy ass tariffs right now going on. Like the rest of the world, today was the deadline, but he signed it already yesterday. Switzerland has 39%, which is crazy. I also saw the list. Yeah, 39% for Switzerland is crazy work. Canada 35. I think Mexico also has like 35 or 30. But overall the average is like 15% for the rest of the world. But there are like few exceptions which is like crazy. I think Bosnia has 35%, Serbia has 30%. Yeah. Yeah. And some I think South Africa has 29%, something like that. I don't really know. But yeah, the deadline was today, but it was already signed yesterday, the waiver. And yeah, that's why I think it's actually very important and good to read some news if you get me. Interesting. I wasn't even fun fact, let me change my account. This sounds always so goofy. I have one live account, right? And I just took a trade right now. Unfortunately, it's not showing it. Oh, how sad. Anyways, this goofy ass sound. This was a very good trade, to be honest. I wasn't expecting this. Because I did have the setup, but it was making sense that it goes up because the dollar wants to go up. But again, I didn't really have a good entry, but still took like a trade on that. This was, hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT actually. No, wait. Now, don't get me wrong. The equity on my live account, which I took the trade because I was like, fuck it, was like it's like crazy low. But still, the profits on this is also pretty yo. Yo, 57% on with this trade. It's kind of wild, yeah. Yeah, it also was kind of big lot size, but I was like, you know what, like whatever. I was like thinking it makes sense for me if it goes up, but I don't really have an entry or setup for also good entry. That's the reason why I was taking this trade. But this trade would also be now, not that I would like to take this one because it's not very overall beautiful one, but it's still kind of crazy, how perfectly this would work out with the way how I approach the markets. That's honestly, oh, voice crack. That's honestly wild. Like, still hitting like let's say putting it above it because of spread. This is still like a 5 RR. You feel me? Like over a 5 RR. This would be like this would be like have been like a crazy trade because of the execution of the limit order. This would actually be like a crazy ass trade. But yeah, again, even now if I would sell it like in time, I wouldn't have taken this one because yesterday was like a perfect lesson of sitting on my hands and do nothing. Honestly, the next few hours, I don't think they're going to be that excited. I just took like a spontaneous trade on this one, a little scalp, 30-minute scalp, if you can even call it. Yeah, actually kind of surprised that it worked out. Not really, but it was kind of surprised because from my entry and stuff like that. Because usually, yeah, it sucks balls if you get me. But I just see like the more and more I trade, the more I learn, and also sort of to grow up and reflect and grow mentally. I just observe how type of what kind of eye I have for the markets. I don't want to say I'm very good and stuff like that because I'm able to find like very good setups always, and it's just like because of the trader who fails instead of my trading skills. I don't want to give my ego too much space. I'm just going to say, uh, I have an eye for that. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I have an eye for that because my TP was originally there, but I just closed it early because I don't need more than that. Would I have right now because what this was like my um it's a equity target, so I wasn't like looking for a specific profit, more like for specific equity, which I gained right now. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Oh, okay. Okay.
Dear Bruce, I need to be honest and clear. I'm going to marry Harvey Dent. I love him, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. When I told you that if Gotham no longer needed Batman, we could be together,
Now we have more of a setup. Yeah, okay, not really, but the thing is, if this low would have swept this low, then it would be like actually a very good one. But yeah, it did not. Yeah, it's not like that I'm like frustrated because I took actually this little long, but yeah. That's crazy. I can't still believe this little wick movement. Like literally going above it and technically triggering it. That's wild. That's really wild.
Accept who I am. And who are you? I'm the bad guy.
Oh, what's up with the music? Bruh. I need to change it because like over half of them are like weird ass, sad ass edits, mogul, whatever kind of edit music. Um, I really have no idea what to listen. It's crazy. Like this is also like a setup where you have to look closer to find it, and then to be like rethinking like if it really makes sense. Because yeah, again, this trade, I don't think I would have taken it. I really don't think so. Even if it would be at least the entry would be like super clean. But not because I don't think yeah the setup is good or overall. Well, also yeah partly that, but foremost is because I don't want to take trades because I'm desperate because this happened yesterday. It was like the first day I ever experienced like a no setup day because on gold yesterday there was no like literally no setup, zero. And I kind of wasn't really, seeing this or realizing that, and I kind of was still seeking, let's say the wins instead of a valid setup. So I was, drawing some weird ass shit at some point, like not completely understandable, but overall things were just don't make sense, like very random, like order block here, like in middle of this rally here in order block. This is like super weird, and yeah, so yesterday was like a very valuable lesson for me for that. Like actually very important lesson as well, like to realize when there's like literally no setup and not being desperate for looking for that and seeking A plus setups or whatever this is called. So I'm actually very grateful for yesterday because this also helps me with my market experience. So I realize how a shitty market looks, and how more and how to behave if there's a setup or not. Yo, it rallied down the S&P 500. Like, look, this is something I think, like, how the fuck you want to get a setup right there? Like, of this liquidity sweep, perhaps? Then after, rally up, and then, no, there's like no, there's literally no setup. Only support and resistance trader could, like, take this, like, in terms of, oh, now, this is a, wait, how they call it? Resistance zone? Yeah, resistance. They would say, oh, this is a resistance zone or whatever, and I would never do like that. Like I don't know, I don't trade support resistance. I'm not that retail, okay? But in theory, they could have said, oh, look here, retesting this resistance zones. Oh, it broke out. Now it's retesting it, and some weird things. For me, it's like a bit too much for gambling. But yeah, anyways. But they could have taken this trade with, oh yeah, now I see it's beautifully retesting right there. Oh yeah, now I'm going to take the short. Oh yeah, yeah, let's take the short right there. Oh yeah, and my stop loss is going a bit too randomly and taking out the daily low. Like yeah, I don't know, mate. Like for me, it's like really too much of a gamble. That's the reason why I don't like support and resistance. Maybe it's like my dumbass doesn't understand it too good. Now, yeah, it may. I understand, but for me, it's really like a bit too sometimes too unspecific, and I need details, and I'm very detailed based and specific person. So I just don't really feel comfortable with the support resistance, and that's the reason why I use like more order blocks slash demand zones and support and supply, which is similar, but yeah, it's more like ICT shit. But crazy, yeah. Because right there, it actually worked out perfectly, but I don't really like to trade support and resistance. Because in theory, here you could use it as well, but the thing is, what's the point? I'd rather just say hell out of a buy side liquidity instead of oh another uh resistance zone. I think they call it, yeah. Oh, resistance or breaking out of, like, yeah, good. But how the fuck do I take the trade of that? Feels like that support and resistance works way better on the futures. Could be wrong, but the price action, at least right now, is so different. I mean, also, what else could I use? Like, can't you use a Fibonacci? I don't have no fair value gap. I think with support and resistance, I think this is like literally the right there the only thing to actually, could have taken the short. Otherwise, I have no fucking clue, mate. Am I allowed to gamble on YouTube? Am I? Yo! Yo! That's crazy. I didn't know that I have so much in there. Okay, okay. Black. Oh, oh! Let's go! This is so stupid. Did I win? Oh shit! I did! What? Why did I get so much? Did I bet 10? What the hell? Where is this $10 coming from? I mean, 10 cents. Damn. Oh shit! No, okay, don't get too okay, I had to lock in again because I just got reminded I have to. Man, this is such a great music. I got a little too excited because I just told myself the past few days, when I'm like getting too excited, I have to like to chill down because I observe personally subs me a lot of trading. Just the thing is, yeah, like of course I want to be excited and kind of flip out at some point, but right now I have like to decrease this kind of behavior a lot because I just observed it kind of messes up with my trading because I think I'm also like too much mentally of an infant, and that's the reason why I kind of messing up, because trading is like literally you have like to be mentally very resilient, and it's literally the opposite of everything you know. So as stupid as it sounds, at some point I also have like to behave different than usual. And yet this kind of actually helps me, so I'm still practicing this. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, oh. You know what? Mines. Casino's so rigged. But yeah, it's so surprised, isn't it? Huh? This was weird. This was weird.
He's a shady character. What's his name? Doom. Doom. I see.
It ain't nothing like hip hop music. It ain't nothing like a fistful of cash or a blitz full of the hash that twists like a mustache from end to end, spreading like a rash from talking through your Walkman or at your disco bash. Give me the Tim's Rumple still skin brown, a metal face mask with a built-in frown, a mic.
Come on, all in. That's wild. That's wild. What the fuck? No, this one I have to lose. Ugh. But it doesn't really matter. Oops. Oh man. Sorry, I was eating crumbled eggs this morning. I won again. Wow. Yeah. It's casino, so yeah. Not that well. It's actually going further up than expected. I'm kind of surprised. No, 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 never, never. Oh! Oh no! I'm blasting too much. Oh, I didn't realize that. This was stupid. Oh man. This was stupid. Oh man, man. This was so stupid. That's the reason why you need eyes. Zero. Bro, I actually was getting from 20 cents to $1.50, and then unfortunately, like the lot was too big on this one tower game. I thought it's like 1.01, like 1 cent, or was 10 cents. Happens. I'm actually curious. What is like the max? Ah, okay, anyways, fuck it. So yeah, I'm going still looking for potential setups, but I don't think there's going to be much going on at this point. Yeah, so I'm kind of watching price action, but to be honest, I don't think there will be much more going on. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream for now. It was a fun gambling session. Voice crack. Alright, cheers.